in is I to go up because I know the sabi read and write. Now I dey read that 3 letter word, 2 letter word. I go able call pronounce am fine. So this year na good thing for me in my life.
Literacy rates in sub-Saharan Africa are among the lowest in the world. In 2018, the literacy rate in sub-Saharan Africa was just 67%, while the average world literacy rate was 86%. Out of the 213 million illiterate people in sub-Saharan Africa, 41 million are from Nigeria. In Nigeria, the adult literacy rate is 62%, and in Sierra Leone, that number is just 43%. In sub-Saharan Africa, improvements in universal primary education have increased youth literacy rates, but not enough to eclipse population growth. According to the World Bank, adult literacy rates in sub-Saharan Africa average 66%, while youth literacy rates are a bit higher at 77%.
We have, of course, a number of challenges. We have constraints with resources in terms of the human resources, in terms of financial resources, in terms of material resources. Maybe for this African literacy projects that we do a lot of partnerships. We work together.
The Africa Literacy Project is a transcontinental initiative that partners with government agencies, literacy centers, development partners, and technical and vocational education and training providers to offer literacy courses en masse to vulnerable social groups. Training will be delivered by a voice and text-based app that offers 3 to 5 minute micro modules via SMS, app, or WhatsApp. Content will introduce learners to phonetics, the alphabet, and basic English language. Learners can call in to receive assistance from volunteer coaches. Topics will cover COVID-19, civic engagement, and financial empowerment. This is a novel approach to building literacy in Africa, as most literacy programs are conducted face-to-face.
So at JobSearch, we recruit talent for our clients. We develop talent, and we work with organizations to ensure that they're able to retain the right talent. One of our targets was to teach functional literacy skills to at least 15,000 adults in Freetown by 2022. JobSearch took the lead to achieve that target. However, face-to-face, we didn't think was going to work by 2022. We found CELED, which is the mobile phone literacy program. And after a few meetings, we got a proposal from them to do a pilot. So we needed funds. And because we share the same values with Platform Capital, I decided to ask if they would be willing to partner with us or to fund the pilot. They were willing to fund the pilot, and they also didn't want it to be a one-off. So they asked if we could set up a project for Africa. So it's the Africa Literacy Project, but still with the pilot being in Freetown.
The reason me plan to go school, my mama get beaucoup pikin them, they do business. So me dey nyara, I put attention by the business, make I not able to go school. I want 2 pikin them. With the one where the men, this after for the market where they sell, like that they squeeze, so they get way to the eat, school fee, person sick now, everything. This literacy project, I'm glad for her because this is where we can gain but putting from her. I was when I will read and write. Anytime they write something, if not good or bad, I will read them and not for say this now. So thing they write here and for good or not for bad. Or and that ginger not go there, I will know that if I don't sabi now read and write. One thing for like this phone here, so they WhatsApp business for type, send message, but who think they are not sabi do them because I not sabi read and write. If it's say I can go buy me market, I know they know if na expert market this or not expert because I not sabi read and write. I just dey buy account now. But if I don't sabi read and write, all anything and that go sabi.
I'm very happy to talk about, I'm very excited to speak about Africa Literacy Program. And I'll tell you why. Because for most of us that grew up on the continent, we've experienced a lot of changes in Africa over the last 30, 40 years. From being the dark continent, the one that fueled hope in the last decade. From being a continent where we could barely watch anything on news without seeing something negative about Africa, to one where we're now seeing loads of good news. 1.2 billion people on the continent. 1 people with an average age of 18. We are young, we are growing, we are exposed. Technology is opening up an amazing opportunity for us to catch up with the whole world. So for us here at Plaza Capital, we are really excited about this. We are supporting it all the way, starting with the Sierra Leone program, where we are partnering with the mayor, the city of Freetown. We are also doing something in Kwara State, Nigeria. We want to touch as many cities as possible for the next 10 years. We want to dent that 200 million people, first slow down the rate of literacy, then dent that number to less than 10% in 10 years. That means 100 million people out of illiteracy.
Why I read this program? I'm glad because the stage where I stopped, like I stopped class 6, I lost my daddy, so I'll not be able to forward again. I go for land work, when I'm tailoring, and tailoring, I work, if you not go school, it's very critical because you get for read, but put in the way you say pass you read and write before you able for do one. And if this literacy can inside, you able make I able read and write. I get beaucoup for achieve.
Literacy is gendered. Women comprise approximately 2/3 of all illiterate adults worldwide, and these grave statistics have shown almost no change since 2000. In Sierra Leone, 42% of adult men, as opposed to 58% of adult women, cannot read or write. Problems with internet connectivity, electricity, and lack of access to mobile technology deepen that divide. Tech-enabled literacy programs will need to be inexpensive, use feature phones or low-tech phones that need little data to send and receive messages.
The Africa Literacy Project is a way to introduce people to the reading world. And so we've started a project in Sierra Leone and the Kwara State in Nigeria. Of all the states in Nigeria, Kwara State has the lowest literacy rate at 42.6%.
In Nigeria, 29% of adult men, as opposed to 47% of adult women, are illiterate. Literate women are a key ingredient in building sustainable, healthy societies and economies. For example, research has shown that literate mothers have healthier children. Maternal literacy also correlates with higher school enrollment, reduced child mortality, and less poverty. There is an opportunity to leverage mobile technology to scale literacy projects across the continent. Adult education in particular is under-resourced, and as such, access to tech-enabled literacy programs is limited, as are the education professionals needed to support learning with these tools. Since COVID-19 and the closure of schools across the world, we have felt the impact of the digital divide, particularly in rural communities and others off the grid.
Learning how to read and write is just the start. It's the beginning of the rest of their lives. It's an opening of a new world that's so exciting, and I just wish them all the best.